All right, welcome again to another Youth for Christ Salesforce training video. So we've had some requests on lookup dialog boxes as to how do we edit some of these columns when we look up something. So a lookup dialog is when you hit edit, or maybe you're creating a new donation and you get this little window. So we'll hit the edit screen here. Should look pretty familiar. So whenever you get this little lookup dialog box, right? So there. There's order number for click and pledge, there's primary campaign source. When you look it up, sometimes it just doesn't really give you as much information as you want. It might just be a couple little columns, or maybe you want just more robust information available to you in this section. So I've already been playing with it a little bit, but first what you're going to want to check, maybe your system admin's already done this, but you can hit My Columns, and this can be user specific. This doesn't have to be organization specific. Anytime it says My in something in Salesforce, typically relates to just you as your user. So maybe you have a different preference than someone else that enters donations or data in that sense. So all you gotta do is hit My Columns. You can see the different availability. So maybe you wanted to get all the address information in there as well. Obviously it makes it a little bit wider, but it'll tell you certainly more information. I don't think on my record I have any of that data filled out, so probably didn't help for my instance, but certainly most of your records should have address information. But it's really that easy. Simply hit My Columns, select that. So you might be asking, well, what happens if I hit My Columns and that's not there? So I'm going to show you how to do that. So what you need to kind of benchmark in your mind is, what is this looking up? So when you click that, what is it looking up? For this lookup dialog, it's looking up accounts. For this one down here, it's looking up campaigns. For this one, it's looking up staff. So you got to figure out what it's looking up, and then what you want to do is go to the setup menu. So what I did is clicked up on the top here, top right, setup, and then we're going to go to customize and find that object. So remember, my first dialog box was looking up accounts. So we're going to click on that object, and then we're going to come down to search layouts. And the search layouts is going to be your search results. So if we hit edit, you can see a whole bunch of fields that are available. So maybe you wanted total gifts and staff relationships. I mean, you could get basically anything that's on that account level page, you could bring over and choose for your columns. So we'll just add a bunch here and kind of show you how that works. So you can select them there, and then people have to individually add that as My Columns. Oh, I'm sorry. Max is 10. Take a few more off. One more. There we go. Okay, so let's go back, and it's good to note anytime you go back to a kind of a previous record, I'm just switching on tabs up top and down. You can't see it in the video, but up top I'm switching my tabs in Google Chrome, so that's why it's going back and forth. Anytime you make a setup change, you always want to refresh your page. So just right next to your address bar, refresh your page to make sure those new changes have loaded. So now let's go in here. Let's go look at My Columns again. As you can see, those are over there. Oh, I might have not done that correct. Let's go back to the account search. Oh, and I'm sorry, I believe it's the lookup dialogues, not the search results. To be exact, so let's just go ahead and add website over here, and we'll take shipping state off. Hit save. I'll refresh this page again. And I'll look that up. Let's look up My Columns. Yep, there we go. Sorry, so it's it wasn't the first one. It's not search results. It's lookup dialog. So lookup dialogues. Search results is when you go and actually search here. So if we look for foster household, right there, or in also accounts. that'll edit this search dialog here as well. You can edit there, create different views. But we just wanted to talk about the lookup dialog. So once again, you're going to look for lookup dialogues on the object that you're looking for. Obviously, we're on accounts. There's going to be campaigns right here. Another one, our contacts are also the same thing as individuals. Search layouts is here. One thing good to note, that's staff. So if you have the staff lookup, is you'd actually have to go and develop, and then objects. I'm sorry, create objects. And then you'll see, you got to go all the way down to staff, because staff is a custom object. It's not a Salesforce standard object. So hopefully you followed that. You went to objects, scrolled all the way down, staff, and then we're going to look for our search layouts here. So lookup dialogues here, and let's go ahead and add some more information, and then we'll go back to this opportunity page and retest that out. So if we go to staff association, you can see we've got quite a few more information there, different columns. So all those came right over. So once again, if you want to add more columns to the lookup dialog boxes, you have to just go into the backend setup menu. Backend setup menu. Go to customize for all Salesforce standard objects, opportunities, things of that nature. If it's a staff object, you want to go to create objects and then find staff, and then go ahead and find that lookup dialog and then add the columns displayed. Hopefully this helps.